Welcome to Stage Your Savvy, insider secrets to stage your home and sell it for more. My name is Stephanie, and this is the podcast where we bring you the latest tips, tricks, and expert insights from the world of professional home staging. And I'm joined by my friend and fellow staging expert, Kandice.
Hi, everyone. We may be competitors in the Denver market, but we believe in abundance and collaboration over competition. And we're here to share our collective knowledge with you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn from the experts. This is Stage Your Savvy.
Welcome back to Stage Your Savvy, everybody. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Kandice.
And if you want your listings to shine in 2026, today's episode is one that you really don't want to miss. We are going to break down the top staging trends for 2026. What's in, what's fading out, what will help sellers create that I need to live here moment in the second buyers walk in. So the new year is bringing some fun shifts in styling, in color, and how buyers want their homes to feel. So let's jump in.
So what's driving these trends for 2026? Is a calming, people want calming, simplicity, earth forward designs, comfort. Buyers want soothing, grounded, practical, but they still want elevated. And so there are three forces that are causing these changes to what buyers are wanting, especially the wellness home movement. Everybody is wanting spaces that support mental calm and less stress. We're also wanting eco-conscious design, using natural materials, earthy colors, sustainable touches are definitely a thing. Yep. And lifestyle transparency. Buyers expect homes to feel organized and functional and livable, not just pretty.
Right. Nobody wants to walk into a home that's not organized. Like, they want to know that there's going to be room for all their stuff. And right. It's not just about decorating. It's about showing them that lifestyle that the buyers really want. So yeah, I love the wellness, the eco-conscious. That's been, I feel like, been brewing for a few years, and it's going to be fun, I think, to see it kind of come a little more into the spotlight this year. I'm excited about that.
Where are we going to go from here?
Yeah, well, so foundation first, right? Before we put in any of these trends for staging, the fundamentals still matter, right? You still have to declutter more than you think you need to. Minimal, less is more, and that keeps our minds calm, potential buyers' minds calm. You can repurpose more before you buy something. You can use neutrals, fabrics, textiles, furniture pieces that you already have. And then emphasizing natural light always, right? We want to bring in as much natural light as possible. Make sure the windows are clean, simple curtains, if any, and open lines of sight as much as possible. And neutral, right? Keep in mind, neutral does not mean blah. It's not boring. It means universally calming. So it's appealing to a broader range of buyers. We don't want to niche our buyers into, oh, they have to like these colors, right? Neutral opens it up so that it's going to appeal to everybody.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So these basics help trends shine instead of feeling chaotic. And so some of the trends for this year are, as we know, earthy, luxe color palettes. So again, we're talking about earthy colors, neutral colors, cocoa brown, olive and deep greens. Again, kind of that natural biophilic design. Yep. Terracotta is huge this year. And creamy sand color. I'm noticing that the cool grays are going away, or they are gone, and now we're kind of back to a more warmer tones in our house.
Yes, I love it.
And these colors really photograph beautifully for your listings. So consider using those.
Yeah.
Soft curves and clean lines. They're another trend for this year. I know we've all seen the curved chairs and the
Yes.
rounded sofas, but they need to be paired with more structured elements so that it feels balanced and intentional.
Yeah. We don't want round on round on round.
We need some squares in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Texture's big right now. Gosh, when we went to market in Vegas during RisaCon, we saw so much texture and the curves. So much of that when we were there. But texture, it's almost the new pop of color. We don't necessarily need a bright pop of color if we've got all these layered textures, boucle or linen, boucle or linen pillows.
Yeah, I've thought that boucle was kind of a short run, but it seems to be hanging on a little longer than expected.
Agree. Yeah. It's hanging in there. It's all right.
Yeah.
What else? Baskets, woven baskets, ceramic accents, and one that I really love is matte finish decor. So we're not doing these bright, glossy, shiny things,
right?
But the vases and whatever other decor that's just matte and calm, maybe even worn a little bit, that has that a little bit of a weathered look. I think not too much, but I just love the matte. It just feels, I don't know, it feels so good. It adds depth without the clutter. We don't want all the things. And this goes back also to the bigger pieces that we want when staging, like larger accessories feel more intentional, feel more curated, and all of those things sort of fit in with that also.
Right. And I know in my own inventory, I don't really have very many shiny ceramics anymore. Most everything that I have in my inventory is kind of like you said, well-worn and matte.
Yeah. I think it just feels like homier, loved, and I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
like going
it.
with it.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got to talk about greenery, live greenery, if you can do it. But, even realistic looking fake plants still look amazing in pictures. They bring in life. The buyers want the connection to nature. And so plants equal life and they equal freshness, which I always tell my clients. And they also say this home is loved. There is life in this space.
Yeah, I love that because I always tell clients too, like plants add life to a space. Even if the home is vacant, nobody's living there, you add a couple of plants and it feels like it's loved, right? There's life.
Right.
Love it.
I'm a huge proponent of fake plants in my stagings, and I think it shows.
Yeah, they just look so good.
Yeah.
Let's talk bedrooms. Minimal but cozy, right? We don't need all the things. So think hotel level inviting, right? I always do a hotel analogy. I know I've talked about it on the podcast a few times.
Yeah.
But I always tell my people, think about when you walk into a nice hotel room, right? There's simple bedding, there's fluffy pillows, but the bedding is neutral. Maybe there's a pop of color in a throw or something at the foot of the bed, right? But they've presented it to you in such a way, you're not thinking about the guy that slept there last night, right? It has to feel like nobody was living here. And that's hard, especially in primary bedrooms where the sellers are sleeping and getting ready and all of those things. They really have to work to take themselves out of there for photos, for staging, all the things. So simple bedding, neutral layers, some nice soft lamps, and a nice calming neutral piece of art. Bedrooms need to feel peaceful and relaxing so that those potential buyers can actually see themselves living there and not feel like they're invading your space.
Right. Yes. Oh, that piece of art to me is so important to really create that bedroom where they can not think about all their worries and their children playing in the other room, all that. It just needs to be just really relaxing, I think.
Yeah, it's like their space away from all of the daily everything, right? The kids and the
Yes.
work and all the
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So then let's talk about art and structural decor. Again, we're going back to nature. So, nature inspired shapes in the decor, really larger pieces rather than a bunch of small pieces so that it feels more of an intentional thing. Abstract landscapes, pottery, all of those things
Mm.
are purposeful choices when you're selecting your decor.
Yes.
And so we want it to feel luxurious, and that master really, oh, I'm not even talking the master anymore. I'm talking about all the way around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It still needs to feel, like a relaxing space where you can escape from the world. And then intentional in the decor as far as like a couple of mugs on a tray. That's an intentional vignette, and
Mhm.
a beautifully folded throw, and quality over quantity. So
Yeah.
large pieces over multiple small ones, like I said previously, makes a big difference so that things feel like they were intentionally curated.
Yes, love it. Yeah, gives that emotional connection that buyers need. We want to make them feel the home, right? It's
Yep.
such a feeling purchase.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Okay, so a few things that are optional depending on the home, but these wow the buyers when they're used wisely. So we talked a lot about in one of our previous episodes, like about budget or inexpensive ways to do. And this is kind of some of that, like statement lighting,
Mhm.
simple swaps. If you can swap out
Yes.
lighting, modern pendant lights, globe fixtures, or um, replace with these warm LEDs and the modern lights, right? It's going to
Yeah.
make older homes instantly feel updated. If we're in a kitchen, new hardware, new
Uh,
lighting, and bam,
yes.
and a can of paint. And all of a sudden the space feels much more newer, it feels much
Yes.
more updated, and people love that. So it's
Yes.
optional, it's inexpensive, but it really makes a big difference.
It
Um,
does. And you know what? I just to jump in real quick, I just had a client, their house is closed, but I recommended new hardware to them and new lighting in their kitchen. And they were kind of like, what? We're not going to spend that kind of money.
yeah.
But they had builder grade oak cabinets. And I said, if you put on some hardware, it's like the jewelry in the kitchen. And do you
Yeah.
know that they replaced the light fixture and did the new jewelry on all the cabinets? And the homeowner, after the fact, said, we weren't sure we were going to do that, but we're really glad we did because it made the kitchen look more upscale.
Yeah.
Simple fix.
Such a
Simple
simple
fix.
fix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
Love
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 hearing
hearing
stuff
that
that
because, yeah,
like that.
they don't wanna redo their whole kitchen. They don't wanna
No.
update their builder grade cabinets, but throw on some new
Yeah,
hardware and a couple of new light fixtures, and it elevates the whole thing. And it's
totally.
so easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Yay. Um, Another thing I love is incorporating little micro wellness spaces throughout the home, whether it's a workout space or a reading nook, a place to meditate, a cozy retreat, a couple of
Totally.
chairs by the fireplace with a throw and some pillows, right? All of those little things that
Yes.
just make you feel like, oh, it would be so nice to have that in my home or whatever, right?
Right.
They create those emotional connection points once
Yeah.
again that buyers want. So
Yeah.
we love little wellness spaces, and then back to the natural sustainable materials. If the home already has wood, stone, or other natural textures, highlight them, because
Right.
buyers actually care about that. Sustainability speaks to the 2026 buyers in a big way.
Yeah. Yeah. And getting back to those little spaces, instead of people saying, what are we going to do with this weird, awkward space? They say, oh, look, we can have, this little reading nook for the kids, or, a meditation space. So showing them how they can use the space is part of the keys to staging.
For sure. We can't have those weird, awkward spaces that nobody knows what to do with. We got to show them what to do with it.
Exactly.
Yes. Love it.
Okay. So what's the payoff?
Yeah.
These trends are speaking to people and how they live right now.
Mm.
So they want calm, organized, clutter-free, sustainable, intentionally put together. And so when they see that, there's a sense of calm. There's a sense of, oh, I can relax here. I can feel good here. And that's what they have to do to be able to want to make that house theirs.
Yes.
So then we get offers, and that's the key.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's all the sellers want. They want those offers. So you got to present the house so that the buyers feel it. It's such a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So recap our quick takeaways today. Earthy luxe palettes are in. Texture is huge, even over a color pop.
Oh yeah.
Curved, clean lines equals balanced style, right? We need a balance of both. Quiet luxury creates emotional connection, and plants, natural materials, and wellness spaces elevate every single listing.
So true.
Yeah, love it.
So, in closing, thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Stager Savvy. If you loved these 2026 staging trends, share this episode with a friend or comment. Go to Instagram at Stager Savvy and join us, and maybe even give us some of your thoughts on this episode and what you want to see in the future. So, happy staging, and thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Stager Savvy, insider secrets to stage your home and sell it for more. We hope you've enjoyed our discussion on home staging and gained some valuable insights that you can apply to your own real estate journey.
If you have any questions, ideas for future episodes, or would like to learn more about our services, please feel free to visit our website, stagersavvy.com, or reach out to us directly at stagersavvy@gmail.com. We're always happy to help.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast to stay up to date on all the latest episodes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us and helps us improve our content and reach more people.
Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.